together. My issue is that when you get inside, y'all not talking. Nobody's building, nobody's healing, nobody's telling the truth. People afraid because you don't want to lose this. You don't want to change something. Human beings have a hard time with change. Give you an example. For any adult, like just normal brain, I guess, adult, um, what's the word? What was I gonna say?
Chocolate.
Shoot,
I re-added it. Chocolate. I re-added it. It just at the beginning, certain individuals were mentioned, so I had to remove that because certain individuals were mentioned.
that's fine.
It's
If that was,
it's
yeah,
based
just
on
let me
that.
know. If that's what,
Yeah,
yeah, if that's an issue, yeah,
yeah. But
you know me, I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say, but to respect to that, I'm fine with that. That's cool.
no. You good. You good. You good. You good. You didn't know. And like I said, me and you gonna have we're having a
So
depth talk, and I'll tell you all the background to them, their situation,
okay, babe.
who I know, and because there's people on the news that were actually in that in that court that I actually
Mm-hmm.
interviewed. So
Wow, that's cool as hell.
I will give you I will give you the full
Hey, man, that's
context
awesome. I listen
of
between
everything.
Like I said earlier, between Donald Trump and P Diddy, I have been like, what the hell is happening?
Mhm.
And that's why I was saying earlier, like, bruh, where y'all at? So what I've been doing is collecting brothers across YouTube. Like I came across a public offender, and I came across another brother who talk about news. I found another brother to talk about news, and the reason I'm doing it is because I'm about to send a message out to all the streamers that want to syndicate they news stuff, or not necessarily syndicate, just throw it up on there, because I'll be in a position where I can run the news channel 24 hours, getting news from our own locally, nationally. That I don't. I guess what it feels like is that the passion is gone from a lot of black men, and for women who want to be, I'm a touchy feely person, I'm a kissy, jump on you type of woman. If that's not what you like, then that's what you have to say. But dudes will stay in relationships just for the same reasons women do. So what I was saying earlier, just to lighten it up, is I remember I told you I've been working on this dating thing, and it came to me just listening to men. It came to me that, okay, let's see if this works. It is a game where you make your own adventure in trying to communicate with, the opposite sex. They give you a scenario, you get a choice, and if you choose that, it's gonna take you to somewhere else. I'm right here. What you talking about? Why is he talking about I didn't go eat. I don't eat dinner. Anyway, Miss Melissa, how you feeling right now?
It's a lot going on.
Whew,
You know,
girl,
be a lot
I
going
was
on.
looking. Hey man, you know me. Hold on, I want to find it because I want to show you guys what I've been doing.
I can't wait to play the game. I want a beta test. So
That right. That's what yes, and that's what I was gonna say. I was like, listen, I'm gonna need to test this out. Would y'all be willing to test? This would be cool. I want to get feedback and all that kind of stuff. Because this is what I did. This is what they paid me money to do. I created material, taught that kind of stuff. So I think lack of education. I put it together a PowerPoint about what's happening with the relation of that. SA and DV is up, and it's gonna get higher because it's gonna get hot.
in that part,
It's a human pattern. It's a human pattern, and we pretend like we can't do nothing to assist, to stop it and break it. Oh, well, they got to go get information themselves. Where'd you get your information from? Huh? Did you wake up with it? Oh, I'm sorry, no knock on them, but you went in the woods and got the gold plates, so you know. Just saying. Um, another reason too why I started really doing research because being, of course, for those who know, being raised with or raising a male or and a black young man in this society is scary because from that age to the age before they leave you, now you got to worry about our government stopping, frisking, and arresting people for no reason because they trying to get rid of habeas corpus. And again, I go on YouTube, I go on TikTok, and what are black men talking about? Not that, but how us old broads, we think we happy and we not, and we lying. That's called projection. And to your point, and I hate to say this, and I hate to even agree, but in this state, but if y'all don't give each other space to do anything, this is not on us anymore. This been gone past us. This isn't about just communicating with women. It's about men coming together and being allegiant for each other. Having things that talk to these young men, talk to these old men, talk to these middle-aged men. They're finding Facebook groups, more than one, about taking advantage of their family members. These were all men. 70,000 of them in a Facebook group. But we're not supposed to think that ain't sketchy. When have you heard of that of women? When have you busted the scam of the year? Where are we trafficking men at? But it's ignored. That ain't the case. I don't know. Da da da. Okay. You don't know. Cool. I'm done. So since nobody want to, I do it. I
At
always hear
what
about what black people ain't gonna do. Go ahead, baby. You got it. Yes, please talk. Go.
wonder at what stage for, because I hear a lot where men, I mean, excuse me, where females or where we as women talk about uh where men go wrong at. And my question is, where do they go wrong at? Do they go wrong at influence one from another, and or say in the case scenario where I may be a single mother, so now I am raising a man to the best of the ability that I know how to raise a man, and 9 times out of 10 it's going to be under the structure that I feel like I would want a man to treat me. But then you get put in the category of, oh, you can raise your son to be your husband. And it's not that it's that. It's not that I'm trying to raise my son. I have daughters, but
I'm
it's not
sorry,
that I'm.
Melissa, but do you see that Freudian slip that we
Mm-hmm,
still hold on to? Oh, you can't
mm-hmm,
raise him to be your husband. This is the first relationship he will ever have with a woman is with you as his mother. It is the most insane thing. It is, again, a man pushing some kind of sexual ideology. You're trying to make him a human being. Of course, you can't tell him how to be a man per se in the essence, but you can give him the skills to be a human being. And the man stuff will come right with that. But I'm sorry. It just, yes, I've heard that so many times and it pisses me off that they put that on women. And, but there's nothing created by black men to mentor black boys, black teenagers, not on a scale that has had a impact. I'm sorry, girl. I just I care about the community. That's it. I get hyped. There ain't nothing else. Go ahead, you got it.
all is well. I guess I could pretty much land there because that's. kind of the point. Again, I feel equally that there's stuff that can be done or things that need to be explained on both sides. Um, we feel like, or I should say, maybe some women feel like they can talk to, like, I say it on the dynamics of how can a man tell a woman what to do? Okay, how can a
It's
woman
yeah,
tell?
that's yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then on the
It is
flip side, how can a woman tell a man what to do? And is it because we feel as though, okay, we're mothers, so there, I mean, outside of the act of sex, don't get me wrong, we gave birth to you, so every first instruction, like you said, every nurturing, every raising to be a human being, the person that you hear
mhm.
first for the most part is going to be a female. By nature, we're just trying to, like, oh baby, come here, let me fix it. It's not like,
Right.
baby, come here, let me get you and let me dig in your pockets right quick. I mean, don't get me wrong,
Yeah, exactly. Like what? Nobody is teaching they
you do have those. So just don't get
of
me wrong.
course.
So we're talking outside the
Of
scope of that.
course.
But I
Yes.
think
I ain't nobody talking
for,
about Yeah.
for men who ask, why do we feel like we have the audacity, so to speak? That is where it comes from. That is where that audacity comes from. It is because we get left a lot more than not in the position of being single moms, to both men and women, males and females.
Mhm.
And there is not a father or a male figure that enters their life until maybe an uncle. If that uncle is not is safe,
May
or maybe a
may I
or
yeah.
master or something like that. Again,
His
if there,
coach. I
but
mean,
whoever that male is that first gravitates towards that man or towards
mhm.
that young man, boy, male, that is the first
Right.
example outside of the female. So whatever he is, that person is now
Yeah.
mirror image and absorb and come up as. And so then you end
Right
up with
on.
clones of that ideology. Um, and you just have
I
to hope, much to your point, that there are enough people screaming out there, hey, this is what it's like to actually be what's perceived as a good man. And don't feel no type of way because it's not going to be popular. That's not where we are. And then as females, because we love and we love men and we love relationship and we do want to be cuddled by you guys. If you guys come out in droves and say, we only like bitches in red thongs with their tongue out, who can do the special with their ear and use a grapefruit with this hand and a pocket coochie with this hand. Guess what? You're going to now send that message out to a community of women who then are going to turn
mhm.
into exactly that. And then you're going
Yes.
to
It's
panel and say all the
in
women are
every
red thong wearing bitches that's just trying to gawk with a grapefruit. Well, yeah, because we're trying to be what we thought, or they're trying
you
to
want
be
it.
what you wanted so that we could get this thing
I was
back
that woman.
in
I
rolling.
miss that shit.
And I'll shut up there.
No, please. I love it. I mean for real because it's like for me, um, like I told this dude was
Hold up,
just
I'm
and
reading this comment.
I ain't popping. Yes, I pulled it up because he got a two piece. You ready? Let me go back to the other one. He said, do women think women need to be humbled? Pause right there.
Mhm.
What is it that we need to be humbled about? Could somebody give me an example of that in the chat or Smitty?
Hold
Could
on,
you speak to this at all?
I'm trying to read this
No, no, no,
sentence.
no, 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 no. You can't give an answer. You can't give an
Oh,
answer.
I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
So
This is
you want me to
the no, I would
answer
like to
this?
know. The
Uh,
gentleman said, we just gonna start with the first part because I love dissection. Do women
okay.
think women need to be humble? And I asked, what do women need to be humble about?
Are you asking me my answer to that period?
Yeah, yeah, if you want to. Yeah, if you
Okay.
want to, if you don't, it's okay. And please to the brothers in the chat, please. If you can answer it.
So one thing that I would say uh, myself is, I had somebody say to me one time, uh, "Man, you seem like the type of dude you don't even know how to check your girl." And I said, "You're right, because I only deal with women that know how to check themselves." So when you say that, do women need to be humbled? I would say no, because the women that I would see need to be humbled are the women that I don't talk about, complain about, I just stay away from. The women that I associate and deal with, they keep themselves humbled, is my point. They conduct themselves in a way where I don't need to check them, I don't need to humble them, I don't need to do none of that shit. They already in their proper formation as a woman, is my point. So do women need to be humbled? My answer is no. That is my
Thank you,
answer.
sir.
No.
So let's continue on. Is there ever a point where a woman has gone beyond her boundaries with a man in a relationship to man? And then he said, women keep choosing to deal with a man who isn't in love with her and commitment. And women insist on being the one in love and doing all the work so men don't try to get in her way. Hmm. Miss Melissa?
Unfortunately, to some extent, that is true. And to the other extent, uh, I think it's because in a lot of case scenarios, we meet a representative that isn't who we thought. So when men say stuff like, "Oh, you fell in love with the ideology," yeah, because you gave me your ideology as your representative, right? And because of that, I fell in love with that, or I chose to pursue that. Also, because of that conversation, I've asked you, where do you see yourself in 5 years? So now I have fallen in love with your potential, because that's what you told me you're going to be doing in 5 years. Like I told you what I was going to be doing in 5 years, and I meant that shit.
Exactly.
So is that possible? Yes, but there again are two sides to that coin, because you can't say now I'm 6 years into this thing, or not say six because that's ridiculous, but to me, let's say we're 2 years into this thing, and
Yeah.
now it's like your representative has worn off, and now you're not as gentle. We don't go out. The things that you did for me 3 weeks into our relationship, you took me shopping, bought me some shoes, bought me a sweatsuit, and we went out to dinner. We did all of that, and now that's no longer your representative. So to question, um I'm choosing to deal. No, I chose to deal with who you showed me. I'm left with who you actually are. And in that moment, now I have to make the decision as to whether or not, shit, I felt like I wasted and invested my time. So I'm going to go ahead and try to see this through, or I'm going to pick up my stuff and leave and start over again from scratch because you presented a Halloween costume when really that wasn't who you were.
What well said. Because I too have been there. I too have had to it's not about that. I just think what we're missing is, hey, okay, here we go. I went ahead. Now I told y'all I was working on this, and here's like the framework. So I pulled up a couple of the example questions, and I thought this one was awesome. Okay, I'm gonna pull this up real quick. I'm gonna show y'all my boy Claude. He be helping me out with my ideas. Let me see here. Can y'all see my screen? Yeah, I ain't got no reason to gas nobody. I be really doing the stuff I say. So I'm gonna read it because I know the thing that I was saying earlier. If you weren't in the room, I was telling you I was working on a game that might help us talk to each other in scenarios, because what it is conversational. It's, hey, how you doing? When a woman
I
is
like
like,
that.
oh, I'm fine, and keep on walking, let her go. Let her go. Stop believing this stuff, these pickup artists and all this stuff, and that's pandering. Telling men that they need to sleep with so many women to gain a good woman, and that only if you when you rich you gotta cheat. Like it's the most exhausting ideal. Like, what? Why would you want to live your life like this? And you have men who do. That's okay. But for us old regular folks, right, looking for still believing in love, I was like, okay, there's a lot of people that's lonely, but there's also a lot of people who are scared. Don't nobody want to get hurt, scammed, taken for everything they got. I've watched Snapped. I watch
Mhm.
ID. I watch all the criminal documentaries. Always have. But anyway, let's go on into this. So anyway, let me get to the part I really, really like. You trying to get up here? Come on, whiny. Come on, come on. There you go. All right. Now cut it out. Act like I don't like you or something. I don't treat you right. Walk around crying. Cut it out. I'm sorry. That's my dog. I was just talking shit to my dog.
Mm.
All right. Anyway, so bridging the gap, a dating communication adventure game. So this is what I started. So anybody steal this, I'm coming for you. Don't think I can't sue you. Okay? I'm just sharing. Don't take my stuff. No, I'm just playing. Please go to Claude. Test your ideas. Create stuff. But anyway, in this overview, the Choose Your Own Adventure game focuses on navigating and overcoming communication barriers in Western dating context. I put that in there, yo. That's how deep
Mm.
my mind go, bruh. Just saying. Anyway, the game presents realistic scenarios that highlight how different socialization patterns, unstated expectations, and cultural norms can create misunderstandings. I be thinking a lot of time that's what it is. It's like when I hear dudes argue about how they use a word, right? I hear men argue about 2, 3 hours over how you can't just change the definition. Yes, you can, because oh no, you good. Thank you for coming up. I appreciate it. Much love, sir. I thank you. So as we continue on, so the game, like I said, cultural norms and create misunderstandings. Players learn practical communication techniques for building authentic connections while recognizing how Western dating norms influence interaction patterns. That sounds real smart. I just need somebody to cut me a check. Let me keep going. Okay, anyway,
TJ.
that part. So each scenario presents a social interaction, multiple response choices with varying approaches, feedback on why certain responses are more effective, skill development tracking across different communication areas, and progressive difficulty as players advance. Because see, I want to put this online where you could
Mhm.
just go and do
Mhm.
interact. No cost yet, because I right now it's an experiment. I want to see how many people come
Mhm.
to it. Um, Let me go. So they gave me some examples. They gave me a sample scenario.
I was
I
reading
like
that.
this
I
one, but
didn't see the
yeah, yeah,
response.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, this one also. Mismatched vulnerability expectations. The setting here, you've been on 3 dates with someone you're interested in. The conversation has been pleasant, but somewhat surface level. You'd like to deepen the conversation. I mean, you'd like to deepen the connection. That dyslexia child, I put a new word in there. During dinner, you decide to share something personal about a challenging relationship with a family member. After you finish, they respond with a brief, that must be tough, and quickly change the subject to a movie they saw recently. That's messed up. Now here's your options. Option
Mm-hmm.
A. Feel rejected and assume that they aren't interested in emotional connection. Then withdraw emotionally for the rest of the day. Feedback. So if they select this, we are able to give them feedback and go, this interpretation jumps to conclusions without considering different comfort levels with vulnerability. Stop. Western dating often lacks clear norms about the timing and depth of personal disclosures, and people have different pacing needs. Claude, get it?
Mm-hmm.
Claude, help me get it. And now I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna bring it to you. So yeah, I'm gonna put this up as a like just as a website and see who goes. We'll see what kind of information we can gather. Because I'm really
Dig it.
tired of these fake what'd you say? Say it again, babe.
I said I can dig it. I like that. I like the concept. Reading
Yeah. Thank you.
options
Thank you.
and then uh,
Yeah.
what it means, or
Mm-hmm.
what the response could be triggering for you, or why it's triggering, so that you can kind of direct your thought process. Like, oh shit,
That's
okay.
all. Open
Mm-hmm.
your mind to like it feed your mind with so that your body your I'm sorry, your brain can process. You need to feed it.
Mm-hmm.
You should teach something, learn something every day. It also helps with, if you got dementia in your family too. Anyway, that's a different conversation. So that
Mm-hmm.
was option B. Option C was notice the shift, but continue engaging with their topic, making a mental note to observe how emotional intimacy develops more gradually. Here is your feedback if you select this. This response respects their apparent comfort level while remaining open to connection. It recognizes that the vulnerability is built over time and that different people have different thresholds for personal discussions, especially early in dating. If you choose D, I notice we tend to keep our conversations pretty light. I enjoy that, but I'm also comfortable talking about more personal topics when you are. If this is selected, this opens the door to deeper conversation without pressure or expectations. It acknowledges the current pattern while expressing your comfort with more emotional depth when and if ready. I mean, how much deeper can you go? Is that hard to understand? That's gonna throw somebody off.
I like
What you
that.
think, Miss Melissa?
I
You
like
like
the
the okay, bet.
Yeah, I like the concept. I like the
Yeah,
concept.
yeah. So I've been playing around it. Yeah,
It
I
definitely
want
gives
to
you
see.
accountability checks on with emotions, like where you are as
That's
far
it.
as your thought process
Right. And
is
I
what
think
we're.
that's what it is. Who
Right.
studies that part of us?
Mm-hmm.
Who is help? Here's I'm gonna say this, and I know people think I'm in fairyland, but I'm gonna say this. My goal is to build homes and communities and feed folk, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think anybody could disagree that if those needs, your basic needs are met,
Mm-hmm.
your home is covered, right? You got food, maybe family or friends. We'll put that's three already.
Mm-hmm.
You feel secure financially, whatever level that may be for you, and that you can take care of your family or take care of yourself and live your life. This is not this rush for what? For what? What are we doing? Where are we going? We going in a circle. That's all. You ain't going nowhere else.
Yeah.
So why not if you want to? I ain't talking about, I ain't trying to force nobody to do nothing. I'm just saying for me, this These type of things like the AI that's come out, the technology that's come out. I'm gonna be honest with you. All of the business ideas and things I had put together over the years. That's how I started using AI to help me formulate and gain information from everywhere. Because that's, to me, it's like a librarian.
Mm-hmm.
You go to the librarian and you say, okay, I want to build a mud hut. She gonna take you around and go find all the books. And
About
if
my
she a
head.
mean librarian, huh? You know what I'm saying? She mean, no, she might not. But I do. I want us to win. And I think that when you have those things and then you have your mental and you have your health, you can enjoy life. That's what I think.
And your
Whether you
spiritual.
work for someone or not, but if you have a community of people who feel safe, you have a strong community.
You do that. That's why the burbs don't. Well, I mean, every once in a while, you got somebody in the burbs that's eating neighbors and stuffing them in the freezer. But for the most part,
Right, exactly. Or tying
everybody
somebody
wakes
up and
up.
keeping them in the basement.
Right, that
Girl,
part. I don't know what wrong with
why
them. It's
did
like,
I
oh,
almost,
good.
Melissa, completely off subject when you said that somebody was trying to kidnap me tonight?
Kidnap you.
Girl, I went to check on my neighbor
I've been there before. Go
and
ahead.
he had friends. Girl, he had friends over and they was like, come on in and wait. Girl, I'm not going
Mm.
to say, I'll wait till we end the show, but
Mm.
it was just a little too much for me. Like there was nothing but men in there, right? And so he had
Oh,
walked down the street. Just hold on, girl. And the one man just, and this is what I mean, perceived power. I come in, this other guy felt it necessary to grab my hand, hug me, and tell me how beautiful I am. And would I
mm.
like to go mess around with him?
Uh,
Would I like to go his house?
like you were hired
Yeah.
as a as
Honey, out the gate. No, no, no chaser. It's no
wow.
chaser no more.
No, it's
I
not.
know this man older than me, honey. I was like, you ain't got no insurance, do you? You got something? What you got? You got kids or something? Nah, I can't help you. Need an old man, lonely. I need a lonely old man. No, I'm just teasing.
Yeah, you was about to have one. Sound like.
Ah, some girl. One time I got followed back to my sister's place because I like to go walk.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so I was walking back, and this man saw me and he stopped me. And we talked a little bit, not being pleasant, being nice, and I kept on pushing. I look up, he's behind me, drunker than a skunk, girl. I could smell the liquor.
Ew.
Then they were trying to take me to the bar. Girl, I'm like, why? Why you feel okay to touch me though? Like, I mean, and then if you say something, it is, oh, you being too sensitive. But I don't know where your
That
hands
part.
been.
Oh
You're
no,
not
no,
asking me
no.
why.
It was just friendly. Y'all be thinking
You're
too
not
much.
asking me why. You're
Mhm.
right. You ain't asking me why. I
And I'm
don't
gonna
want
say
your
this and
booger,
hope that it don't
nut
burn no
scratching
bridges. But
hands.
no
No,
doubt.
go ahead.
I'm gonna say this without in hopes that I mean, because I don't mean it in particular,
Say what
but
you
just
like, honey.
this
This is
person,
my
right,
this
that
my
part.
channel. Go ahead.
But nonetheless, it's like when people call you sis or they call you family.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Not my particular person. You know who I'm talking about. Not talking about
Yeah, I
Mr.
thought I know what you're talking
Right.
about. I got
But
you. I'm
and
with
then
you.
they leave that there as a safety so that as they continue to push the envelope at the first point that you're like, wait a minute, you didn't push the envelope. Nah, you family, you sis, it wasn't that. No, but you definitely tried that shit. And you thought that I didn't catch it or that I wasn't in tune with the way that you were going. And to be completely
Yeah.
honest, I'm just going to say this,
Hmm.
it in itself is grooming. It in itself is grooming. For you to call me sis when your intentions, or for you to call me family when your intentions is to have me outside of a family structure, is grooming. It's nasty. I don't understand how.
Again,
Yeah, you can
right.
say,
It goes
"Hey,
back
sister,"
to it.
or "That's my brother, so and so, such and such," and it may be
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah, 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 yeah.
talking, communicating. We have now leveled up in our relationship, and so now that stipulation is taken off. But I think that a lot of men use that as a safety to just say what they want to say, and that's not cool.
Let me answer some questions. I like interacting with the chat. Okay.
Yay.
Um,
Okay, let's do that. I'm
Mr.
gonna go find.
Caveman, none. Yeah, you here? Thank you. So, okay, we're not going. I
No, I'm
don't really
listening,
care
but
for
I'm putting back
vague.
in at the same time.
Yeah, I don't like vague answers. Like, stop. Let's stop. Men, if you are in tune with your emotional control, by all means. But again, listen to the wording that you using, sir. Men take charge. Charge of me as a woman? Am I cargo? I guess the thing is y'all don't want to tell us the truth about what how you really see us. There's a lot of you who see us as objects. There's a lot of y'all that see us, y'all don't like women. And that's okay. But the thing I don't understand, especially speaking out here on YouTube, is that if black women is so bad, why y'all talk about us so much? Good, bad, and indifferent. We're not talking about charge of the world, sir. There's no one owns the world. It is all, again, to my point, perceived power. Before it was cash and digital, it was rubles. We still, y'all do stocks on commodities, cows, corn, wheat. That is the earth. No one owns it. The earth will do what it want to do. That's why I like it so much. No, I don't think men love women. I'm gonna just be real with that. Nah, bruh. Ma'am, sir, I don't know. Exactly. But we tell
Well,
y'all that it's still a man ran world, but you telling us that it's women that's taking, we the ones telling y'all we taking over. We trying to feminize y'all. We taking y'all man's hoods away. We emasculate. Y'all don't need us. Need you for what? What do you want us to need you for? Let's get to the intimate part. I don't give a fuck, excuse my language, about all of this vague shit that y'all talk about out here. Tell the truth. Do you really want to be a provider of everyone in the house? Do you really want to take the lead and be in charge of everything?
no.
Y'all don't talk about us as partners. You don't talk about us as helpmates. And that's why I do not like when men use the Bible or any portion of religion to justify. If 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 men love women so much, we would not be leaving here unnaturally as fast as we're doing. Explain that to me then. We can go to the stats and it's staggering. Missing boys, missing girls. Who is the enemy? That's not true. I don't know where you live, but that no. I can tell you that's not true. And that's why I started working on this. I was like, okay, I'm tired of talking about it. And the things I pulled from it was lack of communication, lack of empathy, lack of active listening, and lack of self-reflection. No, it's not, sir. It is the issue of the community. Don't tell me you want to have a black community, but you don't want to deal with the fact that black folks don't know how to talk to each other about intimacy. I don't even think we know what love really looks like. And I don't even think we know what we want. Because a lot of us out here are more single than married. And the married ones don't seem happy. So I don't even know why. They always on here. I'm not talking in general. Fuck in general.
You better
You
talk
see
about
what's
it.
around you.
Married and still exploring options. Like
Thank
how?
you. You on dating apps. I've tried them all, girl. Because, of course, I'm trying to be objective. I like trying to be objective. There are some things I'm staunch in. But if I have the information, all of it at least, then okay, let me make a critical, let me think about this. Let me process. It is 2025 and black people only have one hospital in the whole nation. We don't have enough schools for our kids. We don't have enough housing for our people. We have completely disregarded the deaf, the elderly, the blind, the homeless, and the veterans. Those black people are in our culture that need help. But again, rather talk about body count and that men are going to do this and that. And you know what I find is interesting is how people so quickly, and I'm talking to UK man, you're so quick to judge folks and go they selfish. Have you walked their path? Would you give up your life for someone else? That was another reason too. I was talking about P Diddy. I mean, I'm sorry, excuse me. The alleged things that are going on in court, whatever is happening to this man, because for some reason, we want to again put that vague note on it. Oh, that's a family issue. Oh no, I'm speaking this. Oh, I'm. Let's get to a detail. Detail. I'll give you one. Do you good? Um, if I start a class about when is the last time you kissed somebody, when's the last time you hugged someone, is your body missing physical attention? Do you want someone that is more to you than just these roles that have been given to us? We don't have to do this. And that is my point. Nobody is holding nothing to nobody head to act this way. You
My
could choose
question:
to be different. Go ahead,
how
baby. Please don't ever feel like jump in.
how do you feel comfortable putting your mouth on my nether part, but you don't feel comfortable intimately kissing me? How do
Right.
you separate being free enough to penetrate and or lick on open your mouth to whatever my body, but
All right.
not committing to my heart or my mental? I feel like that's so backwards.
Can I throw this at you? And you could tell me, okay, you crazy, you tripping, don't smoke that no more.
Or pass it. Go ahead.
Again, kissing is vulnerability. Have you noticed that?
Yes, and I understand that's the answer. That
No, no,
is
no, no, no. But it's not for the reasons though.
exactly that's what I was going to say. I understand.
Right. Okay, we on the same page. Yeah. I remember one time because I also looked at that as well. Kissing to me is important as well. I think it is definitely one of the top three things to find out. I mean, if I'm mentally attracted to you, then my physical is turned on. So if those things that are icings on the cake that you got that I like,
Mm,
that's just a
no
positive.
doubt about it. I guess for me, I'm a person who is big on body language, right?
Yes. Yes.
Some to my betterment, some to my detriment, I will admit. So, it's like I'm looking for certain, I guess, green lights. You know what I mean? The same thing I guess that we're asking on the other
Exactly.
side. I'm looking for, where are you interested? When I was reading the one question that said, the question that you read out loud about if I share something or I say something, your
Right.
response is me calculating A, B, or C, or
Right.
D.
I mean, that's what we do.
Mm-hmm. With that
I
being
love that
said,
you said that, Melissa. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
with that being said, I also think about that one viral clip that's going around where it's like the lady is saying, if a guy is trying to take your money, he's trying to use you. If
Oh,
you
that
see
lady.
doing this, then he's trying to do that to you. So my question is, even in those all four of those scenarios, that shout out to what's his name? What's the name?
Claude. That's my
Claude.
partner.
Claude. I need to
Claude.
remember it because I like life.
Claude.
So
I put the link in here because right now it's
so
free. Go ahead and get in there, girl.
okay. So my question then is Claude, and although I know Claude can't answer, but
Claude can answer. We can pull Claude up and he can.
I
Let's
mean,
see, because
true,
I watch. Yeah, they can give
and
us
that's also
stats
true.
and
In
yeah.
that case scenario, and in conjunction with that lady saying that, how many times
Hmm.
are we going to choose A and go, oh, okay, that might be a red flag, but then be convinced that it's actually option D, which is that we're just overreacting. He ain't doing nothing.
Right, and that's why I said
Sorry.
let's focus on
Or,
Western
mhm,
culture.
or you're just
Be-
oversharing. And then,
yeah, and
so
that
now
that
we
comes with
take that
certain
red
things.
flag down and we're like, okay, maybe that was just me overthinking. And then we get
Uh
down the
huh.
line with this joker somewhere. And now we are trying to tell him something else that's intimate. We're trying to have more body language or
Right.
mental intimacy. And he does the same thing. To the point of or not to the point or to the comment
When is
that
enough enough?
right, Netherlands said or caveman said, at what point
Yeah.
is that our fault? If the data that she literally just put in AI said, hey, if you look at him and go, "Nigga, you ain't even address my comment," you're overthinking, you might be slightly paranoid. But if you go, oh,
Right.
maybe he's just not ready for that type of sharing, and you choose to move on to see where it goes later down the line, and it don't go nowhere. First of all, how long is later down the line acceptable? Well, let's break
Right.
that down
And
into number
again,
of hours, days,
right.
months,
Pace.
seconds of my life I
Right.
can't
Pace.
get back. Right. That I can't get back. And then once we get there, at what point are we supposed to look at that and go, oh hell no, nah. I threw it out there just to see what his
Shout out,
response.
Jug. Thank you for coming.
This
Yeah.
was his response. I don't like it, so he ain't catching that call back.
When I think that's why I said if we introduce it in a way that's not threatening,
Mm-hmm.
and I did do a little bit of background social some say some
Mm-hmm.
psychology and sociology articles I read about how men learn.
Mm-hmm.
And so I said, let me pour that in there too. I
Mm-hmm.
listen, girl. I'm
I'm
about to use
excited.
these technologies.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
I'm real.
again, my goal still is to make community online and offline. I
Mm-hmm.
am going to be my own supply chain.
Mm-hmm.
Starting off small, but I'll be able to do more and give more. I don't need a lot. I already know what my threshold is. I already know what I want. I want my house full of all my toys and electronics. I want a pit in the living room, and I want a really, really big TV and a fireplace and a rug for Roscoe. That's it. Oh, and my trash bag of green
Mm-hmm.
green
A big old
beans.
dumb trash bag.
Big old trash. I'm talking about them Dollar General ones. You know that
Uh-huh.
come with the
The
39 gallon.
contractor bags. I need contractor
Yeah. Shit, I use one of them earth bags.
199.99.
I
Right.
mean, sitting
199 gallon. And cover a whole house with this joint.
right. Shit. I'm
Mm-mm.
working hard, honey, so I can have fun. I am old. I have, and I think that finding yourself, and not to get too off topic, but the things I will say, and I'm gonna pat myself on the back
Mm-hmm.
that any of the men that I've ever dated or been in a relationship, no, I let them be who they are.
Mm-hmm.
but I had to change.
Mm-hmm. That part.
You want to hear? Let's go with crazy. Okay, I was 24. This is the one I told you that was he was in the halfway house and I didn't know.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't tell me until like 2 weeks later.
Mm-hmm.
He would call me at the same time. I was like, oh, he get off work. No, he don't. That's his time on the phone.
Right. And are we supposed to know to ask that? Because I
Right.
also hear that. Well, why you didn't know? You didn't ask no questions? Like, because I assume that somebody in a halfway house don't have time to come out on a date. Or at
But
least
he
when
did though, Melissa. That's what's so crazy.
we was in, you was playing it real free and casual. Like axe murderers don't come out and be like, "Hi, good evening. I'm an axe murderer." No,
Right.
they come out and say, "Let me take you to dinner." And oh, I bought you an outfit. It's already
The
waiting
nice
at the door.
guys.
I already
It's
paid
always the
for
nice.
it.
I have had those nights. I paid for this diamond. You
Huh?
need to let me in. I was pinned up against the wall one time in my own home
Mm-hmm.
by my guest,
That's
who
different.
was a radio personality in my city.
Mm-hmm.
And um I was in radio at that time. My dad was in radio. Well, he wasn't alive, but whatever. That's the connection. My mom too. They were both in radio.
Mm-hmm.
So I was planning to go back to school for broadcasting. I was like, shit, I'll just give me a show. It is what it is. You know what I mean? I was like, I'm just gonna chill, right? Um, I I know that for me, I have to have discernment about the type of men that are in my life. But I over the time, men that were in my life, whether I dated them or not, I always tried to be, unless they came off crazy. I mean, let's be honest, a safe space. It's the same I would be with it. If we calling each other friends, we dealing with each other. Hey, at this point, what
Mm-hmm.
I can offer is a safe space,
Mm-hmm.
right? Talk to me. We on the same level, whatever. That's what we do as human beings. We fill each other out.
Mm-hmm.
But men don't have discernment because a lot of men feel it's owed to them. Our bodies are owed to them. And no matter how loud we are screaming, men are fighting and pushing so hard against this. And I don't know why. Y'all want more kids that you don't take care of? You
Some
want
of
to be
them
in
do
jail for,
having
but,
two,
but
three pregnant at the same time. It's like a badge of honor.
girl, my sister and I was born in the same damn year.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't from my mama. We
Mm-hmm.
weren't twins.
That part.
We have intermingled. We have just, I mean, the water muddy. I know. But I'm bringing my little filter. And we gon' clean it up. I don't know if what I do or don't do has an effect, but I'm gonna try. Who gonna stop me? The only person who can stop me from doing this is me.
That
That's
part.
it. And see, I'm not just relying online. I know how to deal with people offline too. I pride myself on that shit. Cause in my industry, you needed to be like a true people person.
Mm-hmm.
Because even though we adults, I've had people tell me their personal lives. I've had people cry. I've had people, people breaking up. Things happen. I remember one time I wasn't there yet at my job, but one of the guys, because it was such a huge call center, people dated each other. You know how that go. Them work romances, people cheating on each other, husbands, wives work there. That's just what this environment
Right.
was. Because I hadn't even been there 2 weeks and I knew everybody's business. Because somebody always wanted to come up and tell me something. And I was like, what y'all want me to do with this information? I really didn't want to know. I don't want to know about these weird looking people having relationships. That ain't, I don't want to think about them having relations. That's why I go to. Never mind. But anyway, like I said, I think again, if we don't start to educate each other on how to understand one another in this pretend game, like we just so different. Nigga, I'm not from Mars and you ain't from Venus. We from right damn here. And we know that our social constructs and bullshit in the black community has molded us to be unhappy. Shit.
Mhm.
When the last time you had some fun? Damn, I'm tired of struggling. And I don't mean struggling like I don't have enough money, but the emotional struggle. I'm done with that. Let's try to find the people that want love and happiness. Cause you know what that means? That means more people I can sell my products to. This is the mindset of the men that y'all look up to. That's why they took our rights away. You can go to jail now if you go over to another state. In certain states, you can go to jail. There's one. I don't know if they even let it go through, but men men making this decision really, really made me know like the quiet ones
Mhm.
are not loud enough because even though men say, "Oh well, I don't know him and I'm far removed and I don't do that and whatever," when men say shit like Andrew Tate and those type of like scammer ass, pandering ass women are to be controlled and why though?
Mhm.
You can't tell me why. Why do you want to control me? Why do you want to be in a position to check me? I'm an adversary.
Maybe because they do recognize that we were the first ones to give direction. So in some sense they resent that. So now if they can make us quiet or put us on an agenda that they think is, and again, just an assumption, but
Hmm.
if they sell us the dream and then we can sell it back to them or back into the society and give birth to it. Because let's be honest, it really don't matter what y'all say. We it doesn't become a manifestation
Yeah.
of much until we give birth to it, especially
Yeah.
where
True
it
enough.
pertains to us. So you
Hmm.
put those seeds in, and then we give birth to it, and then you go, "Ew, that baby ugly as fuck. That ain't mine." No, this head, these feet, this
But
dyslexia.
you didn't even graduate from high school and you never took biology.
That
You don't
part.
know nothing. Do
They
you
so
know that they did a study? Do you know men know nothing about how our bodies work? Only men who care, I guess, and the medical staff. Like, you know what I'm saying? But when you ask a dude like just so how does that work? Do you know why we have a period every 27 to 28 days? No, we can't share with you the pain that we go through. Just ask. And it's like they be so afraid to ask the question. Or you, I use myself. The one sad part about how my last relation ended was the assumption that I wanted him to take care of me. You said you love me. We sharing a home, ring or no ring. Your relationship at home is what's important to me anyway. Cause this is where I go. This is my castle. This is where I lay my head. I
right.
want peace too. But y'all wilding out. You're not gonna expect a woman to be with you and you screaming and giving orders we are not in the military. And to me, my theory is this. I think that men
Or your
who don't
cellmate. Can we say that as well? Because I feel like there
thank
we
you.
get stuck
Yeah.
in between a lot of those.
Oh
Um,
gosh, yeah, we get trapped. We get
we
trapped too.
definitely do
Yeah.
be trapped in, oh well, because I noticed a lot, and I heard you say something about reform, and I'm in total agreement with it. I believe it's a lot
Hmm.
of productive people that can be reintroduced to society. Also, with that being said, it's still another line that we have to be very careful of, because we do get into situations with men who have that background, and so then they get to treating you like you're a territorial cellmate. Like, no, that's
Mhm.
not what this is. We're not in a
I
east
did not. Right.
spot.
If you wanted a roommate to right, if you wanted a roommate to sleep with every now and then, you could have said that. Ooh, here
But you
go one that this part. This now let's go even deeper. I'm gonna give you a little finance too, cause see that's another thing we ignore. How many those divorces that y'all keep throwing up are initiated usually by women because men don't want to pay for it.
hmm
Or
you divorce, you pay for it a lot.
right,
You
men
want
right now I know walking around 30, 40 years still married.
to
And
somebody
that's
they've been
just that's
separated
crazy.
for
They
15
ain't
years.
seen. Right. Yeah, we still married on paper. That's insanity. And again,
Living
it
a
goes back
whole
to what I
nother
said.
life.
We don't know. Yes, they do, sir. Yes, they do. Men usually do want a divorce, but either too cheap or too petty to pay. And secondly, again, it comes down to what I said. If you have no good communication, your relationship isn't gonna last, period. And if it is lasting, it's hollow. I'm gonna take that to the bank. And this whole idea that men just want to sit in this fucking recliner and hold a beer and I bring you a sandwich, you need to go on and hire somebody for that. You don't want a partner. That's not how
Dewana,
they talk out here. You don't. You want a slave. You want a maid. You want a wet nurse. Because I was trying to say something else. I'm being too graphic. You want us to be sexy and
pocket
keep our
pussy.
bodies right, and you gotta, yeah, don't wear makeup, but look like you glowing, and then I don't want you to talk to nobody else, and I don't want you to be with your family because they gonna tell you about our relationship. I don't want you having brothers. I want you to be broken. And that's the thing, black brothers who are out here and you know it, and y'all pretend like these men are not existing, and they go after vulnerable and broke folk. There's a channel I follow because I'm into true crime, and it's shout out to her. It's called Black Girl Lost. Have you ever seen it, Melissa?
No, but it sounds good.
Black Girl Lost is she does these videos for the women with no voice, the cases that get swept under the rug of DV and SA, and then nothing, life gone. These is all brothers. She's got how if things is okay, and this is the emotional part for me, and I can find a new case every day about a woman being taken up out of here by her mate, not a stranger, her man. And y'all don't want to see that. Y'all don't want to talk about it. You get weird about it. Nobody's accusing anybody of anything. I'm just saying women can't check the men if the men don't want to check the men. How do you if y'all so into history and all that kind of stuff, men ran other men like that out of the community. When I don't know, girl, it feels like we just that I'm gonna be honest, I feel like black men just threw in the towel. It was easier to just blame us and pretend as though we can't work together, we can't do anything, that women are less than, that we should be happy and deserving of these bum ass dudes that don't have a sense of self-awareness, but I'm supposed to be all of these things for you. No, be a person, have a sense of humor, be able to talk about world affairs. Girl, listen, my ex, now we sitting there quiet, right? He chilling, watch his thing. I'm on my computer. I'm not bothering him, but we on the couch. Do you know he tried to make it an argument like, you don't even come sit next to me. Why don't you just ask me to come sit next to you? What?
Just say, come sit over
You
here.
can pick me up without question and whisk me away so you can plunder my body. But so like I said, yeah, it is. It's an experiment. And I can publish it and put it out there and just run it, host it, and let's see what happens.
Why not get a
Because I
little
think I
group of
right,
people
it'll give me
together?
stats. Yeah, because I think that's what we need. Like we really need some new information. And I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna get it from out here.
Do a live together, get some people up here, and
Mhm.
throw the thing up there,
Let's
and
do this.
uh,
Yeah,
let's do it live. Let's do a show with it. Why
I'm
not?
down. I'm down. Yeah,
Why
because
not?
again, I think y'all running out of excuses. Now it's just y'all don't want to do it. You don't want to give up what we're asking. It's almost like we understand that men and boys are raised in this country that bullshit about don't cry, that bullshit about swallow your emotions. That is not healthy. That is not healthy at all. And as a business person, why wouldn't I want to get people together? That's more homes I can build, more food I could grow, clothes can be made, businesses, connections. But I know we got to see it, and that's okay. But I'm gonna keep pushing. You see a little bit, and then once I feel like I can kick in the door, hey, by all means, I want to share because I want to inspire the fact that we are not enemies. I don't fucking want to be your enemy. If you don't like me, you just don't like me. Okay, fine. But when you make it about gender, that unnerves me because that means that you don't have an understanding or a respect of women. Men don't even know what being a man mean no more. No one can define it. Why? Because it has an emotional meaning to it. And that's just it. Like, I'm not gonna fight with y'all. I refuse. I'm not gonna fight in my relationships. I want to have
What
fun. I want to have a good time. I want to enjoy who I'm with. We can have some disagreements, but he gonna like every fucking thing I like, and I'm gonna like everything he likes. So it ain't gonna matter.
what's your
We just gonna
top?
compromise on that. Go
What's
ahead,
your
baby. I'm sorry.
no? All is well. What's your top four? If somebody said, "Okay, define a man from your perception," what's the top
Hmm.
four things you would give? And no specific order, just or I don't want to say top four. I'll just say
Nah,
four.
you good. Okay, cool. Um, a man can speak his mind. A man that is a great is willing. I shouldn't say great. My apologies. Is willing to be both leader and follower.
Hmm.
Um, and self awareness. I think that's four, right?
Three.
Now that's the mental stuff. Oh, is that three? Okay. And let me see. And the last would be he need good teeth.
You need good teeth.
Oh, that's
Okay.
wait. I don't think that was it. I think it was. I think I answered that last one wrong. But I
It is what it is.
promise I would love to be able to let my guard down with a man again.
Hmm.
That would be wonderful. But I can't. And I know it. That's why I stay single.
Hmm.
How can I be in a relationship with someone I don't trust you? Because I don't. I don't trust a lot of what men say. Because they'll say anything to you. They'll promise you the world and then make
On
you
the flip
crazy.
of that, they'll also make you feel like shit. They don't
Right. That's
always.
what I'm gonna say. They
They
want
don't
to tear
always.
you down.
Yeah.
You in those type of relationships. Now you got those type of men who are competing with their mates.
They really competing with each other. I had a friend tell me the other
Oh yeah.
day, yeah,
Yeah.
with a giggle, he said, I think I didn't send at least 3 or 4 people daughters to therapy. I said, wow, you think that's an accomplishment?
Do
That's
you? I'm so sorry, Melissa. So intelligent Neanderthal caveman. Do you know what a man's love feels like? Can you
it.
describe that to me then? That's what he said. Hold on. Go ahead, sis. I finished, but I wanted you to check this out.
I don't know what man in love you
Tell me
would.
what a man is then.
Okay.
Because I didn't get to the physical. I was just talking about, we're talking about who are you internally. Because I'm going to
Right.
see your physical first. Yeah, I got a type. Okay, go ahead. You had a father, but your father and yourself in that relationship is not the same relationship between a man and a woman
Mm,
in a intimate relationship. Those are different. My love for my brother and my sister in description is going to be different. If I'm describing love, because I think it's a blanket word for me. Like when you talk about love, love is just like the earth. It is all encompassing, meaning that it can be stormy, it could be great, it could be so many different things. Shit can come out of nowhere. You got volcanoes, like all that kind of stuff that could happen. But what it turns out to be is that we don't have the coping skills and the way to communicate so that we can get through those times and they don't turn into things that hurt each other. Y'all so afraid to go any deeper than this vague surface stuff. And I don't want to talk about it in that way with you if that's what you think, because that's not the truth. Who are you as a person? Why do men not care about that? Y'all always want to lead with your penis and your wallet, but we ask you for personality and you say it's cap. And another thing I vowed for myself that's my goal. If I do date, it will only be after my money is right. Cause I don't want to date a man that's bringing up money. To me, I'm over that. I don't want to hear about it. My bills paid, your bills paid. I don't want to talk about it. And I know there's men out there like that. I remember being crucified because I said I didn't want to get married. It has nothing to do with any of y'all. Don't ask me because I'm gonna tell you. I don't think people are choosing to be unhappy in certain scenarios, and usually it's misunderstanding. It's an inability to actively listen to your partner on both sides. If you're quick to jump the gun and not understand, or like I've noticed, like if you talk to certain men in a certain tone, they go crazy. I don't have a fantasy, baby. I live in real life. The fantasy, I think that's so funny is the fantasy is that I don't want to be in what has been created anymore. It's not beneficial. I don't see it being beneficial to women. I think that um what is going on, women are put um in these positions that y'all don't want to tell the truth about. Sex is important in a relationship, right? But we pretend as though it's not. Closeness, kissing, intimacy, a pat on the back, pat on the butt, a shoulder massage. I'm not talking about do that to everybody. I'm talking about doing that to the person that you consider your partner. These are titles. Who are you? Are you a man with good integrity? Would you save a cat if you saw it in the tree? Are you sweet, romantic? We know what we asking for. I bet none of y'all can tell me. All me and I sitting here talking shit. What kind of one? Then tell me. Then what kind of women do y'all look for? What type of women? And if you give me that vague answer, I'm gonna kick you off. I'm just gonna be honest. If you give me any vague bullshit, I'm gonna block you. Let's start being crazy on here. Well, Fats Rabbits, they need to open their damn mouth then. I'm no damn mind reader. What do they want? Because all they talk about is control, telling us what to wear, telling us about our hair, makeup, our weight. But if I say I don't want a short man, then oh, get her, put her on the stake. She hates men because she don't want to date a short man. And never ask in the world. Yes, I've dated short men, tall men, fat men, skinny men, buff as hell, tall as hell. I like big men. I like big things anyway. I'm a big girl.
Amen. Amen again. I'll drink to that.
Ah, let me tell you something. Young men are jealous, old men are done. Baby, I've been hit on by all ages. That don't matter to me. Men is men, honey. Just like y'all say, right? Women, women, right? She 18, fuck it, right? 17, she a woman, some states, right? So I don't care, young or old. If you're on that bullshit, you're on that bullshit. You forget there's middle in there too. You got old men giving bad advice to middle-aged, lonely men. These incels they talking about and all that stuff, these are grown men, Melissa. These are not just teenage boys. This is grown men. So, but I'm a Jezebel because I said, let's talk about having sex in a way that's comfortable. Are you a person that can be intimate anymore? Do you believe in intimacy? Do you even know what it means for you? I don't know when black folks became so rigid. Like for real. Like all of a sudden the men is clutching pearls and the women is like, what the hell? And I didn't grow up in that. Even though we was in the hood though. Even though we section I was a hood baby, you know? But my mama always had a nice place. She always kept it nice, okay? But nobody asked why my dad ain't taking care of us. They ain't gonna ask that question. It's the men we choosing. Why do y'all lie then? Why do men feel that they need to game us and then get upset when they realize that I'm a human being and you can't play with me? And then I up and want to leave you. Now I'm the bad guy. But you don't want to change. When you talk about emotional awareness with men, what do they usually say? And I'm asking anyone. What do they usually say?
What you mean? You mean in reference to them being emotional?
Mhm.
They normally they normally say that's gay, or at least that's what I hear.
Or they you a simp. Don't be nice to women. That is the message. And anybody tell me different, you full of it. Because you ain't paying attention. You got your head in a rock. You've got these men who are now in power who do not care. And they have been accused of certain crimes. And I'm going to tell you, man, it ain't that women can't handle the truth. Men can't handle the truth. I'll give you an example. This man, I've had married men hit on me before, proposition me to be the illustrious side chick, right? And I always ask the question, do you think so am I to assume that you think I should be impressed with this? Am I supposed to be okay with you having a wife and the children, but you want me to be an occasional? I say no. I'm the worst thing in the world. Why? I'm all kind of names. I'm all this. I'm that. Because I don't want to be second in command. He didn't write the book. People wrote the book. Men and women both, sir. That ain't got shit to do. That don't make no man because he know how to write. What are you talking about? What? This is what I mean. They can't tell you. Give me a list. What's a good man then? What's a great man? How about Mr. Fantastic? Can you tell me? I shouldn't have to tell you because y'all telling us that we've looked over these great men, and I want to know how did I miss them? How do I walk past men who are supposed to be leaders? Man, whatever. This ain't the 1600s. We ain't ask you to lay on your sword. Y'all act like we asking y'all to rebuild the damn rocket. We asking you to just be human. Be a human fucking being. Stop listening to these retards on here. And yes, I use the word. These men are horrible and they are lying to you. And if you think that the advice that is being given across social media and on television or cable, whatever it may be, you believe it's true that us as women out here, we just running amok. If that's the case, why is it so many of you in jail? Why is it so many of you been restrained? If we the ones that's just swallowing out and we need you to reel us in. It all it ties together. There's no or. Smitty. It goes hand in hand. Men do this in different ways. They talk about your weight. They talk about the things that you are insecure about because why they know because you've told them. It's just like giving when women say those I know that don't have a voice. These women were doing the same thing I wanted to do. Find me a husband, get a little house, have some babies, be a good daughter to my mama, take care of, help my brothers and sisters if I could. Oh, it's okay. We what we're talking about is again ignoring the fact that what we go through as women trying to assess and date y'all. But if you don't even care about yourself and you so quick to call a woman out her name, like the other day, dude just called me a bitch, no reason. Just, well, it was a reason. It's his reason, but he ain't the first, and he won't be the last. Because again, men like that want to find a weak spot for you. That is very apparent out here. A lot of narcissists, a lot of sociopaths. Honey, I don't know where you from, baby, but I nobody says savory, unsavory anymore. Not like that, but I'm gonna leave you alone, baby. You sound young. Did somebody just call my name in the anime? It's all trippy. Whew, we're gonna wrap this up in about 30 more. I got 30 more minutes. I'll wrap this up. But I do want to when now women are stronger. Hold on. Tell me, Fats. Women are stronger than any man. Are you serious? Do you agree with this? Hey, Mr. Seven, you can answer this question. That's what Fats Rabbit said. No? Miss Melissa, what you think about this?
Which part?
Just any. He said women are stronger than any man. Are you serious?
I think from the perspective, I think that that's a breakdown because I
Yeah.
mean, physically, are there things that I feel like men are built for that they could do with more
Mm-hmm.
endurance? Absolutely.
Right.
I
Yeah, of
think
course.
that men developed period ovaries and giving birth, they handle that well, more than likely not.
Girl,
So,
if men had to have babies, child,
so I think
we'd be
that yeah,
all of us be in jail. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
it definitely would be a crack down the middle where I think that divide would then become something completely different. You can tell even when you're in a partnership with the male and they get sick, they tend to take a very childish role being sick. Whereas I think with females, especially if you're a mom, it's like, chill, you don't get no days off. You sick, so be it. Or if you're in a role, uh, i.e., say like you who were governing your siblings or whatever, I believe, you end up taking that no days off. So For us, ain't nobody
Girl.
all the
Ooh.
time about some,
Right.
we got to work through periods. We got to work through raising babies. We got to work through being pregnant. And we don't have no
Body
time.
changes.
Yeah. So, and
You
that
know,
was
you
that we are stronger mentally, emotionally, things of that nature, because we do go through quite a plethora, even as we're getting older,
yes.
start to go through menopause.
And
Like our body is constantly changing as we are getting older, as we are having life,
yes, honey.
even as we are
Changing.
living with some of you. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going through a lot. Yeah, we receive a lot and we give birth to a lot, but we take on a lot.
Because to your point, I was the go-to for all of my family called on me a lot. And I'm not talking about just, oh, my mother, my sister, my brother. No, I'm talking about my grandparents. I'm talking about my aunts. We go in and out of town. Uh, go get her. Yeah, she could drive. Yeah, I was that. I was a people pleaser. I wanted to be, I love my family. So I'm like, yeah, this is my family. I'll do anything for them. Strangers suck. This is what I'm taught. But the sad reality was I was one of the people that unfortunately got one of them families that it don't work like that. I know that maybe y'all might think I come off as arrogant, like I know everything, but it's not that. It is the passion behind. If you are aware that women are mentally stronger than you, then why are you guys afraid to become mentally stronger? Like what? Who's stopping you? In this society, there's only come on. Our society is ran by old white men and women. And a few sprinkled in black folks, a couple of Hawaiians, a man, Middle Eastern man. We got all kinds of diversity, but the people at the top who pull the strings are not us. We've put our lives in the hands of someone else, and we're scared to take care of our own. We want to fight back against creating something. You want to throw up shit like, oh, Tulsa, Oklahoma. You wasn't there. Was you there? Come on. What are we doing? No, it's not. It all plays together. I know how to compartmentalize, but we can't compartmentalize this anymore. Our society has geared it for us to be enemies to one another. Fear breeds money. Why do you think they started building apartments? Why do you think that our system is set up where we push our children out at 18 years old? So now they get to use them for jobs, money for education. Education should be free. And I'm talking about black men. What y'all want to do? Besides sit on microphones and call people bitches. What are we doing? So if I am going to do this. If anybody was here for it, I'm working on this framework and put this dating thing together, and then I'm gonna ask, hey, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it live. Cause I want to debunk this bullshit that y'all keep running. That us as black women, we're just so beyond control. I'm not a horse. But it was something else you said earlier, and I wanted to touch on that. You were talking about how we were raised. Again, you are blatantly ignoring the fact that little girls are geared to be mothers and wives very young. What are baby dolls? Oh, you take care of it. That's your baby. One day you'll have a baby. Men don't get taught that. Shit, half of y'all don't know where ovaries are. But then you want to tell me you know better than me? Stop. I'm not being vague, so I'm being honest about it. I don't want to be vague. I'm not talking in general. I'm saying what I'm saying. And the truth is that where's the brothers at then? Hmm? Point it out. I'm ready. Melissa, did I tell you? Hold on real quick. I did, somebody was asking me, I think it was what kind of man I liked, right?
Yes.
I'll
Uh-huh.
give you an example. What's his name? Have you seen him? What's his name? Traje Ibrahim.
No.
The captain from what is it? Burkina Faso. Anyway, he
I'm
says
not.
the same thing. Yeah, you can look him up. His name is I think it's Ibrahim, and then the last name is Tarore. He is the captain, and he ousted out the Western leader of Faso. Oh, let me look this up because I don't want to mess the word up. But the point of it is that this was a man that made a stand and was like, "I'm going to change my country," and there's not a damn thing y'all could do about it. That's what I. That's yeah. I like it. But he married, so I had to give it up. But it really is. It's weird that still, even in the comments, y'all caping for each other. I'm not shooting shots that ain't real. And I'm not doing the woman man gender bang. I don't date women. I hear their stories. I've had to take my friends to the clinic, sitting in the chair with all these women and maybe a few dudes sprinkled in. That talk about traumatic. And after that, I vowed I'm not bringing a child into this world because I'll be in jail. I'm
Hmm.
like, how do y'all feel about the black women that are missing, being trafficked? Like, I don't hear y'all. Like, we can't keep people safe no more. And then I get the, well, you can't help everybody. Put that in your pocket. Don't waste that word on me because I know it can work. I know other humans are doing it. Group economics, building community. We have one fucking hospital. One. And black women are at high risk in hospitals having black children. What about the loss of those women? We need our own hospitals because we know race it does play. Our treatments are different. We talk about black doctors, but where are they supposed to work at? They competing with all the doctors, even the ones coming from overseas. And that's what I said. Where the men at then? If y'all don't want, you know what I'm saying? No, Fats. I ain't talking about. Keep that vague stuff to yourself. I'm talking about these black women who are going missing. These black children that are going missing. I am of how they set this up because I didn't come up with this. My culture is black in that descriptor. But regardless, I don't think if I was any color, I'd feel the same way. I don't know. But I know growing up that just because everybody looks like they okay, that don't mean they okay. And that it ain't gonna hurt you to check in on people. It's men going out of here alone, not women. What I mean, like y'all don't even talk about black elderly people. There's no housing for them. We have a lot of black elderly that are homeless across the country. Again, and you telling me about my body count. I need a husband. And that's the thing that makes it seem like it ain't real. You want to pat me on the head. It's not a rabbit hole. It is the lack of communication, the lack of accountability on both sides when it comes to having a true and viable relationship. You don't take care of your shit. You bring it into the relationship. Then you expect the other person to be okay with it. Now after they done brought in theirs, but y'all don't talk about it. You act like it don't matter. But then it comes out. And then what? Do you like each other? And I'm gonna say this, Melissa. The one thing I hear all the time is men cannot be friends with their girlfriends and wives. Oh shit, I've been told you can't be friends even as a single woman because all of the men, and this is what's crazy. Listen to this, Melissa. Men will tell you that the men that you know just want to sleep with you because he know, because this is what all men think. So you know it's happening. So why y'all ignore it? You know it's happening. Y'all want us to be feminine, but you don't. I ain't seen a traditional man out here yet. What I hear is a whole lot of my money and I buy and I buy. And because now women can buy, y'all don't need us. We don't care about your toy. We don't care about your education. I'm not gonna forget that shit. Because it was black men saying that. And the silent followers behind it. Yeah, I'm calling everybody out. Cause I'm tired of hearing it. Oh, black community this, black community that. But you don't want a solution. I give you a solution. You think, good for you, okay, man. Then introduce them to the women that want traditional men. What's that? Cause you marry me? What am I working still? Y'all ain't trying to adapt to shit. I don't even know what you talking about. Stop. What are you living in a bowl? No, that's not true. Men do not want to bow down or they feel that's how they feel. It is how they feel and they project it. They make it seem like men make it seem like we want y'all to bow down and kiss our feet. Ain't nobody asked y'all to do that. You don't want to be vulnerable with us. Just say that. You do only want us for our bodies, children maybe, and companionship, if that. Open your mouth. Tell the truth. You ain't got to do this. Nobody's forcing y'all. Because I'm tired. I'm tired of men in my face talking crazy to me about how so many great men out here. But of course it's just us heathen ass women who ain't paying attention to y'all. That's insane. What's the point of existence then? If you avoid motherfuckers all the time. So you avoid them, but you don't expect us to avoid them. Well, y'all better start speaking up because this is why a lot of women are choosing to be single. There's no other man. We know this attitude comes in all colors
No doubt
because this
about
is
it.
the I mean, I'm no, but still I'm not in that community. I'm over here. And so I'm tired of hearing about how bad we are. I'm tired of hearing how y'all can't even tell us what you want from us. You throw these vague shit at us, talking about you want peace and you want a woman friendly, fit, and whatever. Now she gotta be this and she gotta be that. But you sitting there looking like Mudduck. You sitting there looking like a whole gorilla.
Mm-mm.
Like I said, it's 2025. I ain't playing with nobody. I ain't playing with nobody. I am being as honest as I can be. Because we sit and pretend as though none of this shit affects us. I know they doing a study on us now about the effects of YouTube. Shit. I've lightweight um done a study. I've been out here 3 years. And I've been all, different types of black folks hung out here. And then I was off for a little while because I was going through it. I was trying to get things together. lost everything after COVID. Like it was rough. Yeah, 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 it was rough. And I promised myself because I had people help me to get back on my feet, men and women both, and I never had to use my body.
Mhm.
I know that there's people out here who give a shit. I know there's people out here who care about other people, but we out here playing. I'm talking about black folks. We live out here. I don't care about the that's not what I'm talking about, sir. But you going with that. Ain't nobody talking. We are the algorithm. None of this matters. If everybody logged off, there would be no YouTube.
Big facts.
Why do y'all make it like somebody walking around named corporation, somebody walking around named YouTube? This is human beings creating other shit for human beings. That's it. And now it's a different medium of how we talk to one another.
Mm.
But we still treating each other the same. Lying on each other, out here talking about each other. That's what where the money go. You want to argue with women, you want to argue with men, you want to be viral. Bruh, give it up. Everybody has a hierarchy. I got that. But I don't want to be at the top on this bullshit. I don't hate men. I just think y'all being caught slipping. That's all I'm saying. And you have women now. We don't talk about it the way. Again, here's another example: passport bros, black men on the internet for almost 2 years, degrading black women and explaining and making it seem as though the best idea is to go to a poorer country because your $40 can get you everything. And she's more beautiful than you, and she got she got natural hair. Surrounded by poverty,
Mhm.
surrounded by corruption, surrounded by oppression. And y'all participate happily with
Mhm.
pride. If black women, if black women, one black woman said any of the shit that y'all say, y'all would be mad. You want to talk about the divestors? Fuck them. They the divestors. Why would you go over there? That's my question. Who you trying to convince? There's women who don't like men. There's women who don't like black men. There's women who this, who that. Of course. But black men at this point in time out here in this representation is not doing the job they swear that they doing.
Mhm.
Cause I'm just gonna throw it out here. How many people did Kevin Samuels put together? How many people did he have? Hmm? And y'all look at him as a god, a father of what? And that's why I said y'all vague because you don't want to go that deep. You don't want to deal with the fact that you've got men in your community that, and I don't care about any other culture. I'm talking about black men who got passports, going out of town, impregnating women, doing harm to women. They not acting no different. I thought they was looking for wives. Where the weddings at? And then you expect us to trust and believe you? Come on, please. I trust you as far as I can throw you. Bye, fat rabbits.
Okay.
Australia. Keep it, cause y'all spiders is crazy. No.
Uh-uh.
What's up?
I am.
The spiders
I am back,
they
family.
are
I am
big
back.
too.
Oh,
Welcome.
good, Melissa. What were you saying? I'm sorry.
No, I said I heard that the spiders in Australia are huge and crazy.
Girl, have you seen it? The trees, they do that like a
Yeah.
certain time of the year.
Heck yeah.
The spiders web all the tree. Y'all could keep Australia, dog. All right. Hey, Mr. Sarah, what you up? What you up? I
What's
got
going on?
15 more minutes in me, baby. We're gonna wrap it up. Go ahead,
No, no,
sir.
you're good. You're good. You're good. That's perfectly fine. No one. Thank everybody for watching and tuning in. We appreciate you and all your support and supporting. Everything on the network. Thank y'all for all your comments. I've been busy lately, so that's why y'all haven't been getting no shorts, and I've been doing a lot of family stuff, so that's why I ain't been getting no shorts. So Yeah, and I've just been trying
What?
to work around a lot of different things. So, forgive me
Hey, that's
for
it.
not giving y'all more content for all the viewers, and everybody else. Like, I
Yeah,
do
y'all
apologize.
all right. Y'all get it.
She said y'all all
Y'all get
right,
it.
but
Y'all all right.
chocolate.
Go look at the other ones. It count. No, for real.
But
Shoot. We trying to make something happen. All we need y'all to do is go like things, go like the videos, leave a comment. You could just put a smile. If y'all want to see change and y'all swear y'all know the algorithm, then do what I'm telling you.
mm,
If you really want to support us, if you want to support black men out here trying to, then support them. You ain't got to get no money.
mm,
Do a
mm.
like, do a share. That's free, yo. I don't want to hear it anymore. No more
I,
excuses
I
about what we can't do. I don't want to hear it.
I appreciate that, chocolate. I appreciate that.
Shit, I want to hear it
I
too,
want to
sir. Go ahead.
I want I want to thank. It was a sister that I connected with earlier this evening, and I want to just thank her. And Elevated Mind Healer, wherever you at. Thank you, family. I truly appreciate just you taking your time to connect with me on various things, business and yet personal. I appreciate you. Salute to Conrad as well. I know he's dealing with something in regards to his family, right? And man, salute to him and his family. I wish them much healing and blessings. And yeah, C
Hmm.
Rad, you and our thoughts and prayers and everything else, bro. We love you. So I will say this. I was just talking to my woman about this. And I said, you remember back when we was kids, how somebody black would come on TV. It could be whoever, and we would run to the TV like the TV about to break or something, or about to turn off or
Right.
whatever. And we were so excited. Oh man, hey,
Representation.
Whitney Houston on, and we would run to the TV. Prince on, we'd run to the TV. Michael Jordan on, we'd run to the TV. You know what I mean? Flores Griffin
Yeah.
Jr. on, we'd run to the TV. Jackie Johnson, we
I
would
loved
run.
her. I
We
wore
would
my nails just
run.
like her.
God rest some of
She.
the God rest some of their souls
Yeah.
too. We would run to the TV, literally run. Like we run for the ice cream truck to see us. We celebrated us. And this is what we need to get back to. And when I asked my woman about this, and I said, why do you think this not happening anymore? Right? She said, because of social media. She said, they're telling us that we have to do certain things in order for us to be successful, in order for us to be prosperous, in order for us to be seen, in order for us to be heard. And I was like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? And you know,
That's a
it's
perspective of it. That's yeah. That's
yeah.
part of it, I believe. That's yeah.
And
But
if we look at it right, but and I'll just lay here because I want to be long with it. I want to be strong with it. Um, when we looked at our people before, right? You know, and listen, I don't agree with a lot of things this brother say, right, or even a lot of his practices, right. But I will say a thesis of how can I say? I would say his what he what he what he tries to portray. Okay, Dr. Umar. I don't agree with everything you do, Dr. Umar. I just don't. I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. I'm not.
please don't
I
talk
don't.
about him. Please don't talk about
I,
him.
but
Please don't talk
I'm
about him here.
I just keep it G. I'm gonna keep it
Please don't bring
G.
that man's name. Do not blaspheme on my show. Okay?
I love
I am
my brother, but
serious as a heart attack.
I
Don't
can't.
mention that man's name again.
I can't.
Don't.
I just, and we on lot. You could be mad at me later, bro. It's all good. I just don't agree with the school and a lot of things, bro. I just,
Ain't no
you know what I
damn
mean?
school. He living in the school. Y'all
but
paid for him to live in a school, yo.
I, I appreciate what you. I
Now
guess
he in Africa.
what you trying to show us as far as unity. Whatever. What I'm trying to say, right? Because I want to land it. What I'm trying to say is
I'm just messing with you.
I
Go ahead.
missed the day where there was intellectuals and it was different types of us on our screen and we could be celebrated and uplifted. I just miss it. I miss seeing Sister Soldier.
Representation.
Yeah, I miss seeing Sister Soldier. I miss seeing um, Farrakhan. I miss seeing all these people. You know what I mean? And the thing that happened is that when these people speaking truth to light and truth to power, they were being banned. You know what I mean?
But they
Anytime
were
we
being
sit on a,
and
anytime I'm gonna lay here chocolate. Anytime we speak on a public platform, you know what I mean? We are being ostracized and told that we shouldn't speak about this or say that, but we trying to represent us. And since nobody else want to represent us or they want to tell us how to represent us, you know what I'm saying? This is the problem. And when we say no, this is not representing of us. This is who our people are. You know what I mean? We a lot of us are constantly trying to work to try to make ends meet. You know what I mean? Or trying to meet the
exactly.
demands of society with all these bills and things that should be really
Exactly.
free. Why am I paying for water?
Yes. Thank you. That's what I was saying to Melissa earlier. If you take away the basics, right? Your water, all the things, your creature comfort, so to speak, right? Things that are not in nature, bathroom, house, whatever that kind of they build in communities wherever people there are still people doing land development. And this is why I say for me, I know my business plan or my business step, so to speak, is where I'm in a rural area where that I can make more a bigger impact, but I also can make more money because I'm paying less here. So I then can send it to my partner in wherever I'm working for with nonprofit, a business, something that is on our network, something that is on our thing. It should be nothing that black folks do at this point right now that we don't promote. That, of course, outside of fuckery and bullshit. But if you got a book, if you got a cartoon, if you got a poem, or you want to do a reactor, I even can't. Can I just tell y'all the nerd in me, and then we're gonna end it. I promise. I even one night I was just sitting up, I couldn't sleep, watching the news, and they were talking about the tariffs that Donald Trump is playing around and doing all this stuff, and they talked about semiconductors that they get from China. So I was like, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me we can't make that here? Started researching, and they have it. They even have it where you can set yourself up to find out places like I was saying earlier about buying mineral rights. We have all the minerals that we need here. We don't have to take from anybody. This is not about where I am with it is not about competing. It's going to be a competition regardless. I'm talking about, hey, what's up, DJ Witch Doctor? Welcome. Um, it is a, how should I put it? Melissa said it earlier, and I used to say that I can see the potential in you, babe. I can, let's do it. My man said, I want to open up this. Okay, let's do it. One dude I dated, I was like, hey, your voice should make you some money on the side. You know what I'm saying? You talented. Da, 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 da. I like being encouraging. Well, oh, I'm not gonna be on here too much longer while you live. What's up? Anyway, like I said, I'm gonna use these as, yeah, call them experiments. Shit, America's experiment. We're the youngest country in the group, but we think we know it. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm gonna be up here. If you want to come through, I'm cool. But anyway, like I said, I don't. I'm not. I'm not. I'm beyond the. Oh, this ain't gonna work. They're gonna burn it down. I don't really care. The folks who gonna listen, go listen. The folks who want to help, gonna help. I'm not forcing nobody to do nothing, but I am asking, just step back and take a look at what's going on around us. It's not as we want to make it this big old deal, but it's not. We can start small and be effective. So I'm looking up semiconductors, and then it's giving me this research. I went all over. I went to like 2, 3 different sites, and I was on Cloud and Chat GPT, because again, these are places that will get information from me that I'm not privy to. I don't have access to, and it's possible. This thing broke it down how you can manufacture small production semiconductors. This is what I was saying earlier. That's where my head is. I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your relationship. But within our community and within our society, we seem to push this idea that um a woman that is outspoken, a woman who can do her thing, a woman who has what her creature comforts or needs, that she doesn't want or need a man. And but when we ask you, then what do you want us to need you for? Tell us how you want us to make you feel needed. But y'all don't tell us that. I mean, where's the information?
But
You could
chocolate,
give
we
me the
know that that's
stats on
based on
any. n-
we know that's coming from men who are ignorant, who are bitter, and who are playing stupid. Correct? Because
Well,
any person will
no.
know, like the great Shahrazad Ali and Dr. French Quest Wesley said, our greatest resource is each other. Right? The black man and black
I
woman's
agree with
greatest
that one.
resource is each other. So if we
Hmm.
know that we each other's greatest resources, right? We know that there's another side that doesn't want to
You
promote
sheepy,
that,
sheepy. What do you want?
right?
Some drink?
You still muted, chocolate. There you go. um, so we know there's another side that doesn't want to promote that. So I think um, we have to promote it for ourselves. You know what I mean? We have to do that for each other. You know what I
Oh, I
mean?
completely agree. That's what you
Chocolate, hold on.
just
I never, I
you.
never asked you this because sometimes we got to
But
switch gears sometime and we got to have fun.
go
What
ahead.
video
What?
games you play? What video games you play? Because you play video games. What
Oh,
you play?
okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, okay, GTA, of course. I've been playing that
What?
since Vice
Wait, did you see?
City.
You seen a new
Baby.
preview for the new one?
Oh my God. Hell yeah. I saw the preview. I was like, I want a TV that's
Ooh.
like a bajillion inches big. Like, I don't know what's the biggest TV now.
He said, "I'll redirect and I'll
Oh,
turn
you
it
was gonna
on."
redirect. Oh, thank you. Next time I'll turn it on. DJ, I'll let you know. Thank you for even thinking about me like that. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. Um,
DJ, if you hold on,
like
let
I
me tell him this. If you jump on from my channel, you can do it, and you can actually put it on yours as well. If you jump on from my
mhm.
channel, well, if you jump on
Ew, you
from
got
any
eye
from any of our
bitches.
platforms because we're connected.
He
So
said
if you
mine
jump
wasn't
on,
turned on, so I guess when I
yeah,
sign in, I guess my settings I don't have it. What you
yeah,
want,
my
Shashu? You
settings
ready
are
to go to
always turned
bed?
on. So if you
Oh,
jump on, it'll add. I think I don't know. I'm not sure. But yeah, we talking about GTA right
oh,
now. But anyway,
yeah. So I
yeah.
did. I'm so Red Dead Redemption. That's my shit.
What?
Um, Cowboys, honey, I love westerns.
So you a
Child,
you a
please
rock
come.
star girl and you like rock star games,
Hey,
okay?
always, always, yo. I've been one
Wait,
a
wait,
long
wait, hold on,
time.
hold on. Chocolate,
Listen,
chocolate, chocolate. You ever played
what?
Uncharted?
Yes, me and my sister. Oh, we gonna have to do it. That's a channel.
You know
We
they
can
making
sit
a
up
new
in
one,
game and
right?
talk shit. No,
They making a new. I think his daughter's gonna be the.
no.
I think his daughter's gonna be the main lead.
Oh man. And I love look at the what I love is the new different the games that's coming out and the ones you can play online and you can play on your PlayStation and just the quality. Like I love what they're doing with the animation. That shit is cold. Like it's like a
Yo,
whole nother world. But yeah, I like it. But I'm going to have to brush up on my Call of Duty because I ain't played that in a minute.
oh please
Because
do. I'm on there
I ain't
like
had nobody to play with,
crazy.
and I talk trash. I love it.
Oh yeah, we on.
I
You got Black
love
Ops
it.
6?
No, I don't got that. I don't got that. I'm
Oh
still ghetto.
man,
Okay. Just give me a
man,
minute. Closer to I'll be able to really get into it probably after the summer when it starts to get kind of chilly. And I think that'd be a
yeah.
great time to,
What you
do it
game
like
on?
that
You
because
got
then
a
they give
box
it
or
time.
you got a PS?
So all of them,
Damn.
we all of
What?
them. Listen, when I had one of the first Nintendos and Super Nintendo, and we was in the hood, they thought my mom was rich. Nah, my mom was just a hustler. That's all.
Yo, if you did have the gaming console in the hood, yo, you was rich, dog. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah, man. Everybody wanted to come to my
For
house.
real.
That shit would be fun as hell. When I was in summer school, listen, I'm horrible. When I was in summer school, we used to cut and go come to my house, eat and play video games.
Mm, 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 mm.
Until one day my dad caught well, he almost caught us. Cause I had everybody high.
Mm.
Cause we had a basement. Somebody was in the bathroom. Somebody was in the basement. I think somebody went out to the backyard. I can't, I can't remember. Somebody was behind the couch.
Yeah, because the parents would be hating on you when you playing video games. They be like, turn that shit off. You got another hour.
Oh
You know, they would hate.
no. My father was crazy. He would play with us, and if we was beating him, he would restart the game.
Oh
Petty,
wow, yeah,
petty.
wow.
He was petty.
Yo, that's
That's why I tell you
wild. Your
how
man's restarting
petty,
the
yo.
game.
He
Yo.
would restart the game. One time, my sister, and she was the baby, so I think she was like 9, I think, or something like that. Maybe a
Hmm.
little younger. No, she was about 9, and she beat my dad in Super Nintendo. Like she was no joke. My dad was all over 6 feet, big ass, 420-pound man, gonna go over there, upload and restart the game.
Yo, that reset button was a
I
real
said, bro,
thing.
you
Like, if you a gamer,
petty.
you know you had that one
Listen,
family member, the few family members that hit that
yes.
reset button without even blinking.
We
They wouldn't
would.
even care
Me
if
and
they
my
be getting beat.
sister, when we got the PlayStation 2, when that came out, remember when they used to
Woo.
send those discs that you could get? Pizza
Yes,
Hut was
yes, with
sending
the
out the game.
oh my
Okay, wait a minute.
gosh.
Sorry, y'all. Okay, listen. It's 4 hours. We go have a after party, but I'm about to say goodnight because this conversation is going the other way, and I'm enjoying it. So we'll have to have a gaming conversation. That'll be another channel. Just wait. So anyway, I want to say much love to everyone. Many, many, many good vibes to y'all. I hope that you get what you deserve. That's all. All right, y'all. Take care.
Now y'all.
Good night. Boo doo 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 doo. This y'all end music. Doo doo doo.